Hello students, today in this lecture and video I am going to deal with a very significant and important topic of English, grammar. This topic is prosody. Grammar, apart from dealing with many other grammatical items and topics, also deals with prosody. Questions on prosody are set or asked in university examinations. I therefore have decided to discuss prosody in this lecture and video today. Now a question arises, what is prosody? Let me define and illustrate prosody in a very clear way. Prosody is the study of poetic meter. Prosody studies how to break a poetic sentence or sentences into prosody. This process is known as prosody. Now there are many steps to do or to attempt this question. Prosody. What are those steps that students must take? Number one, first of all, a student should pick up the passage, poetic line from the question paper that is given for prosody. A student should rewrite the poetic line and break it into syllables. Here it is pertinent to tell what syllable is or what a syllable is. A syllable is a short unit of a word that is spoken and uttered in a single breath. This is called syllable. Every word has many syllables. They are made of many syllables. There are 1 syllable word, 2 syllable word, 3 syllable word, 4 syllable word, 5 syllable word, 6 syllable word in English. The longer the word, the more are the syllables. The shorter the word, the less is the syllable. So the first task of a student is to break a poetic line into syllables. The second important step is to accentuate the syllables. It means students are required to point out whether a particular syllable is a stressed syllable or unstressed syllable. A stressed syllable is marked by a slash or by a small mark upon a syllable. It represents a stressed syllable. Unstressed syllable is marked with half moon mark. This is called unstressed or unaccented syllable. Students are required to break the whole sentence into syllables like this. The second important step is to divide the lines into foot or meter that they consist of or they contain. If there are two syllables with unstressed and a stressed pattern, it will be iambus. If the pattern is reverse to it, accented and unaccented, it will become trochee. Similarly, if the syllable is unaccented followed by accented syllable, it will become anapest. And if the syllable is opposite to it, it will become dactyl. Now, students are required to point out or suggest name of the meter or name of the foot, whether it is iambus, trochee, anapest or dactyl. The fifth, all these meters that I talked about are made of two syllables. Now there are meters or foot having more than two syllables or three syllables. They are number 5, a spondee. In a spondee, both the syllables are accented. The 7th type of meter or foot is Pyrrhic. In a Pyrrhic, we have both the syllables accented. The 7th syllable is called amphimeasure. In amphimeasure, two syllables are unstressed, followed by one stressed syllable. The meter has this pattern. The 8th and the last kind of meter or foot is amphibrach. In amphibrach, we have one unaccented or unstressed syllable followed by two accented or a stressed syllable. A meter or foot having three syllables, two unstressed followed by one stressed syllable is called amphimeasure. Now I shall deal with these 4 kinds of food or meter in detail in order to make the students expert, well known in the art of answering this question. But I shall explain the rest of the thing in my next class and next video. I think students must have understood what I taught today, and I think if the students like this lecture and video, they should like it and subscribe it so that I may give students more and more useful lectures and videos in the coming days. Thank you very